Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Sleeping or Sherbs or Asan, and today we have some pretty cool Halo Infinite gameplay. I've been playing a decent amount of that Halo campaign Evolved, and I've been just in such a Halo mood. I used to play Halo a lot when I was a kid, and I re-downloaded Halo Infinite, and I'm low-key a demon at this game, right? Like I said, I used to play Halo a lot as a kid. My very first game on of Halo Infinite in like a few years, bro, I got 18 kills, bro. First game on. I had the most kills on both teams. I'm sitting there, I'm just like, bro, I got 18 kills. The guy below me had 11 kills. I'm like, bro, why am I frying kids like this? And then I played a game of ranked. Same thing happened. I got first place in ranked. First game of ranked, got first place, got the most kills. First game of ranked, I won. I was like, brother, why am I frying gamers like this? But that's besides the point. The point of the video is I complain too much, and my goal is to fix it. And now how I got in this mindset is I got this video on Instagram or TikTok, and the dude was like, here are 5 things you should start doing, and it will help you out tremendously in life, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, exercise more, drink a gallon of water a day. And one thing that caught me by surprise, dude was like, try not to complain for 24 hours. And I was like, oh, never really hit me. Never really thought about that. I was like, you know what? I feel like I complain a lot. I feel like I'm a pro complainer. I feel like I'm the #1 ranked complainer in North America. I feel like I complain a lot about a lot of things, And first things first, what even is complaining? What is it? So we have Google pulled up, and according to Google, complaining is the act of expressing dissatisfaction, annoyance, or resentment about something. It can range from a casual, unconstructive grumble to a formal consumer grievance aimed at fixing a problem. I feel like that's a pretty good definition of it. Yeah, I feel like we complain a lot. I complain a lot. I don't know about you, but I definitely do complain a lot about work, a lot about little situations. Oh my gosh, the gym's so packed today. I complain about little things like that. Instead of me thinking, oh, the gym is so packed today, I should be thinking like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people in here that are trying to work out their body, trying to, get their body right, people trying to clear their heads, like a lot of things. Like I should start looking at things like that. I should be happy that the gym is packed. I should be happy that there's people in here trying to lock in, truthfully. And complaining, a lot of my complaints aren't even valid half the time. A lot of my complaints are really not valid. And how I view complaining, glass half empty, glass half full, right? That's the easiest way to look at it in my eyes as of right now. There might be an easier way, but for example, I come home from work and my mom's like, hey, Sleeping, hey, Asan, how was your day at work? Before I respond, I can look at it glass half empty. Oh my gosh, this happened at work. People didn't come into work. I had to go in early. Oh my gosh. We have no paper towels at work. Little things like that, right? Or I could look at it as glass half full. Oh yeah, I went to work early. I've been picking up a lot of extra shifts. So next Friday, my check is going to be super fat. That simple. It's really that simple. I feel like that's the best way to look at complaining. Here is my Sleeping. Here is my Asan. Here's my Sleeping Sherbs anti-complain mantra, right? Is this thing I'm complaining about even in my control? And I feel like a lot of things we complain about aren't in our control. That's why we're complaining about it, And I feel like if it's not in our control, if there's literally nothing we can do, why complain about it? Oh my God, the sun's hot today. That's not really a complaint. I mean, it is a complaint, but oh, it's hot outside. The sun's tweaking. I'm probably the first human to ever say that sentence on planet Earth. The sun's tweaking. But yeah, all I got is hot outside. The sun's tweaking. Or like, oh, it's hot outside. I'm gonna go for a walk and let the sun hit my forehead. Sweat a little bit. I feel like that's the one thing. If it's not in my control, why even complain about it? And the complete opposite. If it's in my control and I can fix it, why am I complaining when I have the ability to fix it? That's really it. I feel like it's, things we can't fix, things we can't control. I feel like we complain about that a little bit more, but the things that we can actually fix, the things that we complain about that's in our control that we can actually fix and we still complain about it, I feel like that's a very unvalid reason to complain. I feel like when I complain to friends, You know, I just feel like a bitch. You know, I'm bitching. Truthfully, I'm bitching. You know, and shout out my sister. When I make these videos, when I think about these topics, I kind of think about it in a lot of people as if I'm talking to someone and how they would say it and how they would view it, you know? And for my shout out my sister, if I was talking to this, if I was having this conversation with my sister, she'd be like, doesn't complaining feel good? Doesn't venting feel good though? Doesn't it feel good? And yeah, it might feel good. I'm not gonna lie. Complaining, venting might feel good. I feel like complaining and venting are two different things, but we're gonna rope them in together, right? Just say complaining and just say I'm complaining about something, I'm venting about something. It might feel good, but I'm gonna be real. I feel like I sound like a bitch. You know, I'm straight bitching. You know, and I'm not saying you have to keep it all held in. You feel me? But same thing. If I come home from work and my sister's like, "Hey, how was work?" "Oh, this happened. This happened. Oh my gosh, it was the worst shift of all time. Oh my gosh, I hate my job." Blah blah. Or it could be like, "Oh yeah, I picked up. I'm making a lot of money right now. I'm making so much overtime. I already hit my 40 hours for the week. So everything after this is gonna be straight overtime." You know, that's like best case scenario. You feel me? So I just feel like we have to look at, I'm repeating the same topic, but I feel like we have to look at it glass half full all the time. We got to look at it glass half full 24/7. That's how we avoid complaining. And one thing I think we need to start, what I need to start doing, and we need to start doing as humans, as people, as a species, is thinking before we talk. You feel me? And it sounds crazy. I think there was a Cat Williams interview. Maybe it was with Shannon Sharp. Maybe it was with somebody else. But the interviewer was asking Cat Williams questions, and he wasn't responding immediately. And he would be like, I'm thinking of a response. And I feel like that's such a smart thing to do, because if you just immediately reply with what's on your brain, you're going to sound, it's not going to be perfect. You know, it's not going to be, you might sound a little bit bitchy. You might sound a little bit complainy, you know, but if someone asks you, "Hey, how was work?" and you pause, you take a deep breath, you actually think, how was work? You know, you're less likely to complain. You're more likely to pick out the positives than the negatives. You feel me? It's not like, "Oh my gosh, where do I start?" You know, it's like, okay, let me think about how was my day at work? What was positive? What was negative, right? Last thing is, I remember I was complaining to my friend about work. It was about something very stupid. I'm not going to say it. It was so stupid. I was complaining about something so stupid, and his response was, "Are you not allowed to do that at your job?" And I was like, yo, he doesn't see the point. And that's okay. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I think I am wrong. I'm complaining about something so stupid. He's like, "Are you not allowed to do that?" And I was like, yo, he doesn't see my point. And then I was like, he doesn't see my point because I think my point is pretty invalid, to say the least, you know? And that's about it. You know, pretty short video. I think I complain a little bit too much. So the goal of August 3rd, 2026 and beyond is to look at the glass half full way more than half empty. Now, here is my mantra. Here is Sleeping's mantra one more time. If it's not in my control, why even complain about it? Because there's literally nothing I can do. And if it is in my control and I can actually fix the problem, if I can actually fix the issue, then why even complain about it? Because I can fix it. And I'm going to end it off right there. So thank you for watching. Sleep well, brush your teeth, and I will catch you guys in the next video.